vlog type of video, but doing it in the car. Got scenery. Check it out. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Never mind. I can't flip the camera around. But if I could show you the scenery, it's a lot of green grass, a lot of trees, a lot of good vibes. But the subject matter what we're gonna talk about is today. Pain makes you stronger. Oh man, let me tell you about pain. Personally, the things that I've been experiencing with pain on a mental level of just wanting to see self-progression in my own life has been hella different. It's been a little bit of difficult too, but it's also something that I'm not afraid of anymore. I'm not afraid of feeling anymore. I have got to a point in my life that where, feeling is not all that bad. It's all how you get back up. And since it's all how you get back up, it's certain things that in your life right now, for me especially, I need to go through. So it molds me, it helps me have a better understanding, just realizing things are not as personal as it actually is. Some things are just meant to happen and has to have an ending. And having an ending to certain situations, believe it or not, is the best thing for you. It's happening for you so you can go to the next level and allowing yourself to not to be stopped and stunt in growth. It is so important that we go through life situations and life obstacle courses so we can realize our self-growth. It is wonderful. It is sometimes heart aching. It sometimes feels like, what am I doing this for? What am I achieving out of this? But at the same time, we always sometimes take some things way too personal. We need to just realize that some things that is happening to us is really already pre-scripted. And since it's pre-scripted, especially designed for you and me, it's no reason for you to feel like, well, shit, how am I going to get through this? How am I going to... No, you're already getting through this by saying, taking the power out of it, talking about it. Talk about it with people that's like-minded, or just get your therapist and talk to them, or just a simple friend. And you ain't got to talk for that long. Believe it or not, the more you talk about things, the better it goes away. And the better that you feel about it, about yourself and the situation. So you take the power away. And you realize that when you're taking the power away from things, you bring the power back to yourself. You have to realize, just for me and what I'm going through personally in this personal growth, I'm taking my power back. I'm taking my energy in places that I put it in when I thought it was appreciated. And since it was not appreciated, I had to realize that since it's not going to be appreciated in this time and moment, I have to move on, keep moving, stay with a positive mindset, realizing that, okay, everything that's happening to you is happening. But how are you going to respond? How are you going to take on the next bigger, better thing in your life? Or are you just going to sit there, cry and pout and wish it, oh man, this shouldn't happen to me. I do what I can for people and this and this and that. No, it's not even about that. This stuff was supposed to happen to you to make you stronger. And just embrace being strong and mighty. You're a man. And it goes for any woman as well that's going through anything. But just know that pain makes you stronger, and without no pain, there's no gain. And since we're speaking along those lines, we have to all take the time out and take the accountability for the actions that we have done, and how it turns out to be. And since we're doing those things right here in the now, how you think everything else is gonna fall together later on? I want to say thank you, self. Thank you, life. Thank you for allowing these certain things to change me, change my mindset, not to take these things like, oh man, it's only happening to me. It's only happening to me. We're in 2024. People are living paycheck to paycheck. And since people are living paycheck to paycheck, there's a lot of fakers. They're faking it till they make it. They're doing a whole bunch of shit to make it seem like their life is, as you say, glamorous and things of that nature. But once they put that phone down, once they get back to their normal life of so-called everyday living of mundane, they're not all that happy. They're just putting on the show. Not everybody's being honest enough to show the other side of that camera when you're really vulnerable. And when you're really vulnerable with yourself, you allow certain things that, as you say, really come to fruition. You are okay. You're not scared to embrace what's happening with yourself. Because it's not all bad. Some shit is gonna be bad, but it's bad for that moment, and it's all how you take it. Me right now, I'm refocusing my mind on YouTube and hustling and just, what I mean by hustling, doing my little job service and things of that nature, and no funny business, just being really, really dedicated to this, and also reinvesting into myself, because I have overextended myself in certain areas where I shouldn't have not done. And you want to know something? I hold myself accountable for just putting too much energy, or let alone letting my guard down when I seen certain things didn't reciprocate. And since it didn't reciprocate along those lines, and it plays on my mind frame and my feelings. My feelings are very valid, and nowadays it is good to talk about your problems, but it's not good to hold on to things that already happened to you. You have to let God and let go. And when we let God and let go during these time of events, what are you think you're doing for your future self? You're giving your future self a chance, an opportunity to just let life happen, and let alone embrace it, love it. It's not nothing bad. And once again, don't take stuff way too personal. I've been taking stuff way personal for some time now, and I'm also breaking those habits as well. And since I'm breaking the habits of those things, I'm no longer just looking at it like it's just supposed to be, oh no, it's all daisies and roses and stuff. You're not supposed to struggle. Yeah, you're supposed to struggle in life. If you don't struggle, how you gonna know that you really deserve the things that you think that you're working hard towards? You got to struggle and go through something. If you don't go through something, how you gonna learn anything? Some people don't want to go out there and go grind and things of that nature. And I can share this personal thing. I live somewhere in a project apartment, and guess what? They just putting anybody in these buildings. Some got mental health problems, some got SSI, some are having, as you say, substance abuse problems going on, or just living off the system, not trying to really progress and push forward with themselves. And then the necessary people that are supposed to be supportive and get you to the next level, to just supportive and getting you to the next level, and they're not doing their necessary job, and caseworkers and case managers. That doesn't make the situation and experience any better when the environment is already pre-toxic. I understand that this world is all about get your money, stack your dough, and get in where you fit in, and use people to get to the next level. But people fail to realize they don't even know the whole optical course of using people. You use people that want to be used. And I'm not saying this in a negative way. We all using people, little do we know. We're using certain people to get where we need to be, but we're also using people to learn from them as well. Like, we could look at the windows to the soul is through the eyes. And a lot of experiences that I haven't pre-experienced with myself throughout life, it has been showing me. I've seen other people go through these experiences. I ain't been to nobody's jail, but I ain't going. I know if I go and things of that nature, I make certain decisions, I'm gonna be out of luck. I'm gonna be SOL. So out of luck. And I'm already melanated. In this world, I have to be very cautious about what I do and how I do it and how I treat people. And way how the world working right now, people are not realizing that if you don't watch what you say or do nowadays, that shit is powerful. Words sound power. And since it's so powerful, I have to catch myself and pull back some of the things that I have said just to get myself back on track, to realize, okay, well shit, this is not nothing I need to be fucking with in the first place. Not to use any curse words or anything, but it's just certain things that when you get to a point in your life, you just know not to go in that element, not to go in that zone, to allow yourself to be, as you say, too vulnerable. And when you realize you're not going to allow yourself to be as vulnerable as you once before, you're learning your lessons. But you do have a reason to be vulnerable at times. But some of those things you have to work on with yourself so you can be vulnerable in an environment where you can be loved and supported through a time of need. Your hands when you reach out your hands, you should be able to get someone to help you. But if they don't, it's not their fault. It's your fault because you're thinking that they will give that same reciprocation back to you. And if you didn't catch the red flags along the way, that's your fault. And you know why? Because you're living in delusion, thinking that everything is supposed to be once again, everyone's going to have the same mindset as you. No, they're not. Some of these people aren't even raised with, as you say, with parents and things of that nature. Some of them are grandma babies and not grandma babies. Some of them are growing up within my culture and community or living in survival mode. Some growing up with their aunts, some of them growing with their uncles. Some of them, just as you say, really didn't know how to go about life. So when they didn't know how to go about life and they saw how other people went about life and surviving, what you think they're living in that survival mode mindset doing? They're doing whatever they can, how they can, when they can, to get further and to get farther in life. But some people fail to realize when you do and live that type of lifestyle, what are you perpetuating to doing for yourself? You look like a motherfucking fool when you're doing stuff you ain't got no business doing. Let alone you doing these things and you're taking chances upon your freedom. Our freedom is very valuable at this moment. And that's, like I said before, you got to realize your purpose. You got to realize what type of person you are and the self-value that you have within yourself. So you don't get caught up in the mix of things that doesn't work for you. Or better, that no longer serves you. I just want to say, I love me enough to know not to keep going back to old person, places, or things that does no longer serve me. I'm going to continue to keep doing YouTube. I'm going to continue to get better and more better, more open, more comfortable on the camera and off the camera. Either way it go, and also with my writing, just really be on par and really enjoy exactly what I like to do. And I want to say another thing: faith, consistency, and relationships. And I'm talking about all for self. Faith in yourself, consistency about your work, relationship with self, once again, to build yourself back to a level where you could be solely confident in each and every endeavor that you put yourself involved with. And remember another thing, it's happening to you, not at you. It's only to make you grow and flourish, and as you say, spring into a beautiful flower that you are. And it takes time. So I'm giving myself grace and gratitude, because gratitude is the attitude. Peace and love. Have a wonderful day.